Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at Kushimitama. He is the light Colossal from the latest Colossal series. And then he's actually the first video that I've made of any of these Colossal quests. There's a reason for that, and I will get into that once the Dark Colossal is released, and then I can do like an overview of all 5, like I did with the Gozetsu quests. But long story short, this quest is probably the easiest of the Colossals, the latest round. And then the character is also probably the best that you get for beating the quest. So yeah, it's the one most worth spending some time to look at. And then gimmicks here are gravity barriers and blocks, and then you definitely want to bring both, as we can see here. And then to talk about my team, first is Beethoven. He's got both, no gauge. Next is Shisho. He's the limited character from the Kenshin collaboration. I've been using him a lot this year. There's been a lot of, especially null gravity barrier quests, I feel like, lately, so he's been very useful. He has the null gravity barrier Slayer as well, so he can get extra damage on guys here. Next is Onyx, and then I've never really used him before until here, but he's great because he's Dark Element, so he gets extra damage on enemies. And then finally is a semi-recent character, Kohiko, and then she also has the bounce, no gravity barrier, no block. Stats are low, however, because she is a blast type. But yeah, the first stage we got rid of the Praetas, the little demon guys, and then the Titans come out, and then we can do damage on the Takayasha, the light version of Takayasha. And then the second stage is probably the hardest stage in the mission. You have these 4 demons in the corners. You can't pinch on them. You can only kind of get like semi bounce shots in between the wall and them. And then you have to take them down within a certain amount of turns, a very short amount of turns, or else they will explode and then take you out. But if you can get through there, then you've gotten through maybe the hardest mission of the stage. And then third stage here, we'll get rid of the Praetas again. Once they do that, the Titans will come out. And then the Titans are important because they go into counterattack mode, and then if we hit them, they will shoot out like a healing blast. And that is important because we have these separate life bars on all of our characters. And then lightning bolts will come out every turn, sometimes 1, sometimes 2, that will kind of guarantee that certain characters will go to 0 HP and become ghosts. Since I am interested in farming Kushimitama, making the max luck, I've given Beethoven and Shisho and Onyx, all of them mend ableberries to help them manage the ghost status. So you can keep an eye on my HP count and see, like, you know, when the mend ableberry comes into effect, and then how much it helps me. But there we saw that Beethoven was in the ghost form, so he didn't have the null gravity barrier, didn't have the null block, and then his speed went way down. But he could still do stuff like set up bump combos or hit the Titans to get the healing. And also, yeah, if we cross the markers, we'll also get a lightning bolt, and that will take us down to 0. Okay, and then Beethoven, he has a nice strike shot. That's the Grand Command strike shot. Useful here for, you know, clearing a space of little guys. That's especially helpful with the levels with the, like the second level with the yellow demons, since they have so much HP. However, it will only work for characters with a gravity barrier and null block passive in them. So if you have a character with null block on the gauge, you know, when they're moving during the Grand Command strike shot, they won't be able to go through the block, so. And then Shisho, his strike shot is actually not great for this mission, I would say. He's good, better, just more like turn to turn. But, you know, if you're facing one of the yellow demons, and you absolutely need to take down the last one that turn, that is when the Shisho's strike shot can come in handy. And then Onyx, he might have the best strike shot of all for this mission. It's a Become a Pierce, speed and power up, and then it's also a meteor strike shot. So you can do it, you can use it double duty, one to take down a bunch of the yellow demons at once, or you can use it as concentrated damage on the boss. And it can be difficult to get concentrated damage on the boss, especially with all bounce characters. So to be able to come a Pierce is very helpful here. And then the friend character, she has also a speed and power up, and then the first enemy she hits, she'll teleport back to where she hit that first enemy. So that can help you with your positioning. And then there are no hearts in this mission, so we have to rely on these Mend Able Berries or the healing explosions from the Titans. But then that also means that there are going to be a lot more items come out, which are the clocks. So that will speed up our strike shots. That's nice because when we do enter the ghost form, you know, we'll lose 3 turns off of the strike shot count. But yeah, the clocks can help us get that back. And then a good knowledge of the stages and like who appears in what stages is going to be pretty helpful, I would say, here. Because like in the last stage, there are none of the yellow demons, and so the need for Beethoven Strike Shot, for example, is not as needed. So you want to use Beethoven Strike Shot on an earlier boss stage, I would say. But this stage here, it's a little bit like Arcadia, where with bounce characters, you need to like try to hit that weak point as often as possible. That's where you're going to get the real damage in. So you can go for shallow angles to maybe you know, go for multiple hits on the weak point, or you can do like what I did there, just go straight for the weak point, just for that one guaranteed hit. Okay, first boss stage. This is kind of a tricky first stage. We need to take down the 2 Takayashas in the same turn. Okay, I wasn't able to do that there, so one will revive the other, and we need to keep trying. And if we take too long, then of course the boss is going to take us down. Okay. Nope, Shisho didn't get it either. And he hit the marker, got the lightning bolt, and then turned into a ghost. Alright, let's see if we can do it with Onyx. Okay, great. He was probably helped by his elemental advantage, him being a dark character. And then this play here, this is my first time clear, but after getting that, I went through and I played with a Max Luck a little bit. And then I used Kushimitama 0, who's one of my more favorite Max Lucks. She has another bounce with the null gravity barrier and null block. I'm also working on Aizen Myo, and then she's another, you know, null gravity barrier, null block. And then she would be good because she's dark, and so she gets the element advantage here as well. But, you know, Kushimitama 0, she has the high attack, and then she also has a Slayer, which works on the boss. So I'll try them both out once I finish them both to see who I like better, but for now I'll be using Kushimitama 0. And then, yeah, it's tempting to give her the Hero Scroll so that she can get a Mend Able Berry, so she can survive a bit better here. Okay, the second boss stage. This is the last time that we're going to see the yellow demons, so it's perfectly fine to use like a Command Strike Shot or a Meteor Strike Shot here. But if your guys are in good enough position, you don't need to use any Strike Shots, and just take them down with regular attacks. So here, if my characters did not have Mend Able Berries, then maybe I would be pretty interested in hitting the Titans so that they can get the healing and then come back to the regular form next turn. But since my guys have the Mend Able Berries, I was able to leave them alone. However, they also took the poison damage. So if I really wanted to, play it safe in this mission, I would give people Mend Able Berries and Detox Able Berries. But I don't think that's super necessary. I guess you can give them one or the other. I would recommend Mend, to be honest. Okay, so there I used a Shisho Strike Shot on the Yellow Demon just to ensure that I took him down. And then that final hit went towards the Titan, and then he healed my guys, so that turned out okay. And then it's just us and the boss, so we'll try to get shots in that hit the weak point. Okay, here I can kind of climb the stairs. And then, yeah, even though I'm not hitting the weak point, that's still decent damage. If I can keep that up, I can get the boss by the time the ultimate attack comes out. Yeah, it's not great there. Okay, but I have a pretty good shot with the Shisho. We'll see if we can get on the other side there. Oh, okay. Lucky bounce there. And last stage. Okay, so here we have just the Praetos. We can take them down. That will make the Titans come out, as usual. And then we can go after the guy in the center there. And then once we get rid of him, then the main boss will come out, and then we can start doing damage to him. But same with the boss, we really want to hit this mini-boss in his weak point so that we can do more damage. I actually might have wanted to use... Yeah, okay, we'll use the strike shot here. More for the speed and power up than the positioning. But yeah, you can see that kind of that vortex where we will appear after. Okay, let's see if we can take down the mini-boss here. Excellent. This stage also kind of reminds me of Bishamonten a little bit. Because also in Bishamonten, you have to be healing yourself almost every turn as you're also doing damage to the boss and the enemies, so... Okay, but now it's just us and the boss. Again, we're going to try to see if we can hit the weak point. It can be tricky because there are the two Titans there sort of blocking the way to the left side. But they turn intangible after you hit them once, so that can open the way there. And then here, let's use Onyx's Strike Shot. Again, it's a meteor, but it's also a very powerful speed and power up. So yeah, we did a lot of damage there. Okay, pretty good. So that was Kushimitama, and yeah, again, I think he's the easiest of the most recent Colossals so far. We haven't seen the Dark one yet, and then he's also the best monster so far. Again, haven't seen the Dark one yet. Okay, so yeah, look forward to that sort of overview video once the next Dark Colossal comes out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.